Hey, this is Adam Fisher, and I want to tell you about 3 books that have completely changed my life and my way of thinking about things. Now, I've read quite a few books in my last semester in college. I read 1 to 2 books every single week of that last semester. And right now, I'm doing a lot of my reading through the Audible app. Okay, if you don't have the Audible app, get the Audible app. You get 2 free books, and it's just like, I don't know, I'll never actually read a book again. I will listen to all of them in my car. I mean, I have plenty of time driving around. So, first book here has taken me, is the best book I've ever read by a mile. It's taken me from being this loser just like a year ago that was lazy, and to now putting in, 70 hours a week, getting the business together that I want, okay, the life that I want. So, in fact, it's so good that I read it 5 times in the first 5 weeks that I owned the book. And before that, I had maybe read 2 books in my entire life more than once. Okay, that is how good this book is. It's called The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone, and the premise is so simple and so true. If you think it's going to take you this much effort to get your Amazon business going, it's going to take you this much effort to get your first Shopify store up, if you think it's going to take you this much effort to get your first $100,000 a year profit online, you need to take this, put a huge big X through that crap, and I want you to 10X that amount of effort, that amount of time, and that amount of resources. Because you're going to run into so much crap in the middle here that you weren't expecting. It's way harder, it takes more effort than anybody ever thinks, anybody ever expects. I can't think of one time when I was like, oh, that's gonna be really easy. And then it's almost always not as easy as I think. Almost always, okay? Any real serious enterprise that I'm going on. Let me tell you about my first private label product, okay? I buy a product from China, and I buy 500 units to sell on Amazon.com. Now, so many things I ran into. First thing, I'm looking to buy this product, and I improve on a product that already exists, but my improvement doesn't exist anywhere in the entire world, okay? So I need to, it's a piece of metal, so I need to draw up pictures of what I want. I need to send them to the supplier. I need to make sure they completely understand. I need to send them actual samples of stuff that I bought from Amazon.com, so they are very clear on what I want. This takes a ton of effort, okay? First problem I ran into, I ran into problems with customs. My suppliers were worried, after I'd already spent $5,000 on the product, by the way, that they wouldn't be able to get the product through customs here in the US without a lot of fees. So, that's insane, right? So I told them to send 1 box. We'll see if that makes it through. The 1 box made it through just fine, but they were worried about the other 19 boxes not making it through because 1 box can just slip through. So, stuff like that took so much more effort. Also, working with the suppliers, it took them an extra month to actually get the product done, a month longer than they actually thought it would. They say it's because they'd never done this product before. They ran into issues, especially painting the product. But a month longer on a $5,000 investment, it's nerve-wracking. And if I had been thinking at this 1X level, like, okay, it's gonna take this much effort, if I hadn't upped the hell out of how much effort I thought it was gonna take, I'd have quit. I'd have quit before I even put the money down for them to start manufacturing. So, best book I've ever read by 1,000,000 times. Please get that book. It will literally change your life. Second best book I have ever read is called The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. And now this book is about a guy who Tim starts his a company online. He's selling supplements, and he automates his business so much that he's making thousands and thousands of dollars every week, and he only works 4 hours a week. That's why it's called the 4-Hour Workweek. Now, I don't ever want to work 4 hours a week. Maybe 10 hours a week would be nice. But the point is, he teaches you how to automate things so well. It's going to open your mind up to things I had never thought of. I had never thought about, well, why don't I go on Fiverr.com and hire somebody to do that? I've got an issue right now setting up my web hosting Why don't I go on Upwork.com and get somebody to fix this for me in 20 minutes? And it would take me 3 hours to fix it. You know, I'm looking for products that I can flip. Why don't I hire a virtual assistant to find me those products so I don't have to do it, and then I just do the final vetting, okay? You will change the way you think about building a business because you will learn to leverage other people's resources so you don't have to work as much, okay? That's the whole plan here. That's why this is the second best book, because it changed my mindset, the second, like, so much, how the way I think of things. The third book that I absolutely love is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now this one, a lot of you probably heard of, but it's about this son who really has two fathers. One of them is his biological father, and the other one is just his friend's father. Now one of these fathers has a college education. You know, he's really well educated. I believe he has his PhD. And the other father doesn't even have, I believe, a high school diploma. So one of them is really educated, one of them's not. Also, one of them is incredibly rich, and the other one barely has enough money to make a buy. Now, the crazy thing is, the one that has all the education is the one that barely has enough money to make a buy. The guy who didn't graduate high school, that father, he is the one that has a couple businesses and is incredibly, incredibly rich. And so he goes through the mindset of how you get rich, okay? It's also very simple. You take your money, you earn your money, and you need to take this money and you need to invest it in actual assets that produce you income. For us, you know, I'm taking money from my day job and I'm using it to buy private label products to sell on Amazon, okay? I'm using it to buy, that's my investment. That's how I'm making my money to make me more money. You know, I'm not taking my money and going out and buying a new car. I'm not going out taking my money and buying who knows what, okay? So essentially, that's what you need to understand from this book, okay? I believe you should read it. It's one of the most popular books in entrepreneurship, period. But take your money and invest in something that's gonna make you money, okay? Because if I just take my money and do what everyone else is doing with it, I'm gonna be broke working the same stupid day job until I am 65. And that is scary to me. That is really scary to me. So I'm gonna have links to these books in the description, by the way, if you wanna check them out. Also, do you think I should do this more on my channel? Do you not like this kind of video? You've really gotta let me know. If you like this kind of video from me, just drop me a comment. And hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.